It started with a stranger sitting alone in the corner of the library. Grace Nolan was a 24-year-old grad student in Cedar Rapids, studying social work. She spent most evenings in the same quiet spot at the downtown branch. Headphones in, eyes on her laptop, lost in assignments. She wasn't looking to meet anyone. She barely looked up. But over the course of a week, she noticed him. He didn't sit near her, didn't speak, but he was always there. Same jacket, same unblinking stare whenever she glanced up. At first, she ignored it, assuming it was coincidence, or maybe just her imagination, until he followed her outside. Not close, not obvious, just far enough to feel like a shadow. A few days later, she saw him again, not at the library this time, but across the street from her building. He was leaning against a bus stop sign, not waiting, just standing, not even pretending to be on his phone. That night, Grace closed all her blinds. It escalated fast. She began seeing him everywhere. The grocery store aisle, the gas station on 3rd, the parking lot near her campus building. He never spoke, never approached, but he never looked away either. And each time his eyes locked onto hers like he was confirming something. Grace reported it to campus security, then to local police, but she had no name, no contact, no proof of a threat, just sightings, just a presence. The man hadn't broken any laws. They told her to call if he ever tried anything. So she waited and watched and checked her locks 3 times every night. One morning in March, Grace stepped outside to leave for class and found a plastic bag sitting on the hood of her car. Inside were 3 things: a photo of her leaving a cafe 2 days earlier, a used pair of black gloves, and a handwritten note. "You're hard to keep up with sometimes." She couldn't breathe. She didn't scream. She just walked back inside and locked the door, hands shaking as she dialed 911. This time the police took it seriously. They combed the area for security footage. One neighbor's outdoor cam had captured a blurry shot. A man walking up her driveway around 4 a.m., hood up, bag in hand. The same man from the library, confirmed. But they still didn't know who he was. She gave them everything: old photos, sketches from a student artist friend, timestamps, everything. The investigation stretched over weeks. In the meantime, Grace was advised to change her routine, vary her schedule, park in different spots. She stayed with her sister across town for 2 weeks. And still, someone rang the doorbell at 2:48 a.m. When police finally made an arrest, it wasn't because of Grace. The man, 36 years old, no prior record, was caught trespassing at another woman's apartment complex. Security recognized him from flyers connected to Grace's case. Inside his backpack, police found a notepad filled with names, descriptions, and license plate numbers. Grace's was at the top. He admitted to following her, but denied anything malicious. Said he was just fascinated. He served 18 months on multiple charges: stalking, trespassing, and harassment. Grace changed her number, changed apartments, even dropped out of her program for a semester. Not because she was weak, but because she couldn't focus with him still in her head. She told the officer once during a check-in, "It wasn't the notes, or the photo, or the bag. It was that for weeks. I was sure I was just being dramatic.